What's up, guys? It's your boy Shady Mike Gaming, and welcome to this week's episode of Modding Monday. This is a series where I take you all through some of the hottest mods coming out of the NBA 2K25 modding community. And yeah, that's all I can really say this week is we got an absolute banger. So this is our second mod showcase of the year, and we're gonna see we're finally, starting to get a lot of these mods really progressing and starting to see some of our favorite mods from the past. And some new mods come out as well. So I'm extremely excited to share with you all, some of the mods that I've collected. Full disclosure, I think I forgot to say at the beginning of the last mod showcase, I'm not making these mods, I'm just showcasing them. In the description, you will find, number one, a tutorial on how to install all of these mods. Number two, you will find all of the mods listed and their actual makers. And you'll also find a link to our Discord where I've got a spreadsheet of all the mods that I'm currently using in my game. I'm sorry it took me a little bit to get that spreadsheet done. I'm still working on it because it's a lot. It's a lot to manage. But I just want to say thank you so much for all the support on the channel as of late, y'all. Please do me a solid. If you do like this content, please press the like button. And if you'd like to see more modding related content from 2K and hopefully in the future Madden as well, keep locked to the channel and subscribe for more. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the top 5 mods of the week for NBA 2K25. All right, y'all. So the first mod of the day is not actually a mod at all, but a program or a GUI, graphical user interface, made by our guy Sticky Fingers. Now, y'all know I'm actually a really big fan of Sticky Fingers because he helped, get my 2K looking really good way back in the day when I started, doing a lot of this showcase stuff for our NBA 2K21. So big fan of his and his works. I'm always following what he did, but he made this program, and this is basically just a small little program for 2K that can help you. It's more like a modder's resource. It can help modders to extract files from the game, if so that you can modify them. So if you're looking for a specific like vanilla face file or a vanilla court file that you'd like to extract and then edit to make your own mod, this is going to be a program that you're going to want to take a look at because it makes that process so much easier. Again, not technically a mod, but I feel like it's an extremely important modding resource. I did put it on the spreadsheet as a modding resource, so it's really important. I mean, we as a community just want to say thank you to Sticky Fingers for dropping this for us because it's helping a lot of people. All right, so for the first mod of the day, we've got our boy Yklnn. You all know him. He's been, doing it for years, so he's got some fire here for us. He's got the Wilson basketball, and so if you've played NBA 2K25, you'll notice, and you've probably noticed from my gameplay too, the Wilson ball just doesn't pop. It's like a dark brownish color, but the NBA ball, it pops, it's a bright orange. So Yklnn adds, some color, some contrast, some detail to the NBA basketball. And for this special edition, he even put the 2K Modding Society Discord logo on the ball. So thankful to him for that. We're going to be using this all year. So yeah, if you all want to grab a 2K MS labeled basketball in 2K, head on over to the Discord and grab that file. Really appreciate him for getting that in the game for us. All right, y'all, next up for our second mod slot, and that's, I'm calling it a mod slot. We've got 4 major, massive mods by a modder named Vetmin. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, Vetmin should not be new because he is always one of the trailblazers when it comes to some of these mods and really getting into the files, especially when it comes to UI, our user interface. So the first mod that I want to show you off from Vetmin is called Hiding Remaining Indicators. Now, as you all know, this year in NBA 2K25, you can hide most of the indicators in NBA 2K25. But there are, after you've hidden everything, if you're looking for like a really clean, especially like CPU versus CPU experience, or you just don't like all the nonsense on your screen, there are still a lot of logos like the hot and cold thing that you can't hide off of the screen, which is kind of crazy. So what Vetmin does is he goes in and kind of just like deletes the remaining indicators in from the game to give you that very clean look once you've turned everything off. So special shout out to Vetmin. And I wanted to go in and actually make sure I could speak on what exactly all else is removed after we use this mod. So the hot cold indicators under the player, that's that like big glowing red or blue bubble under your player if they're hot or cold. The off-screen indicator, the arrow when you run your character off-screen and they're not in view. And the biggest one is the alley-oop meter, where now when you throw an alley-oop, that ridiculous interface isn't on the screen. Now you do still got to be able to time your alley-oop, but I think it looks great. I don't like seeing it regardless, so I'm really happy to see that there. And it almost adds a little bit of a challenge to the alley-oops too, so special shout out to Vetmin for getting that for us. But we're not done here. Our second mod in this slot here is also from Vetmin, and it's going to be additional options for NBA 2K25. I don't know if we want to call it debug options. I know when Luya dropped this last year, we called it debug options, but this is an insanely important feature. And I will tell you why. I use this mod specifically for two things. So number one, what this does is it adds a bunch of hidden options in the game for us to access across all game modes. Why is this important? For some reason in NBA 2K25, if you go into my NBA, you cannot use instant replay in your franchise. But with our additional options by Vetmin, we now have these options back. So I'm extremely excited. Now I can do the instant replay in my NBA. That really helps us, you know, when we start making jump shots and things of that nature. The second thing that I like, again, we talked about how in NBA 2K25, you can edit the user interface and all that, but you can't do it in every game mode. It's like not there in scrimmage, it's not there in practice. So like I'm trying to turn, you know, shot feedback on and off just to test, but I got to leave the game to do it. Now all of those options are there all the time. There are a bunch of different options here that you can scroll through. I don't know what all of them do. I haven't tested them, but those are the biggest ones for me. Being able to use instant replay and all that in any game mode I'm in is awesome. Do note here with this mod, you can't just press instant replay. You got to go over to like photo moments or something like that, and then like you can kind of press like L3 down and it'll get you into your standard instant replay. So again, extremely clutch mod. A big one for me, and I'm extremely thankful for it. Now our next mod, also from Vetmin, is the edit player background, and it just changes the background of where you're editing your player, and it looks simply incredible. Love all the details. I don't know if this was like a environment that was already in the game, but it looks great for editing your players. I really like it. It's just a different style. Looks great. So I just think it adds some flair to the game. And last and definitely not least from Vetmin, I know this is one a lot of people have been messaging me for, and it looks like we're very excited to get this one in the game. This is an ESPN alpha scoreboard, because it is an alpha. It's not fully fleshed out. It doesn't have all the team colors and everything like that yet. So he did want to specify that this is an alpha scoreboard, but we finally got the ESPN scoreboard in the game, y'all. I'm so excited just to see it. It's so clean. There is like that little black bar to the bottom right. So, you know, I'm sure, you know, Vetmin will continue working with that scoreboard and getting it to where it needs to be, because it already looks phenomenal. It's already in my game. It's already going to be what I'm using. So any, you know, improvements to it is just going to be icing on the cake. I should note that this mod was made in collaboration, or he's also credited Den2K for the creation of this mod. So special shout out to Vetmin and Den2K for helping us get this ESPN alpha scoreboard out. So next up, y'all, in our third mod slot, we will call it, I want to shout out a modder and YouTuber named Caillou2K, who's been dropping a simply ridiculous amount of mods. He's dropped a ton of court mods, and his courts look very good. They've got the advertisements with them. They look good. They look very clean. I wanted to show the TD guard in the Celtics court, because that's one a lot of people have been asking, hey Shady, has anyone done TD guard? Has anyone done done TD Garden, Caillou 2K's got us covered with his TD Garden course. So special shout out to him because it's got all the logos, it's got all of the advertisements on it. It looks phenomenal, and he did a really good job on this one. I also wanted to include another mod from Caillou 2K because to my understanding, this is the first jersey mod for NBA 2K25. Now, he made a Cavaliers fictional jersey, and it looks great. That's all I can really say. I'm not the biggest Cavs fan in the world. I'm not sure how popular they are since LeBron left, but hey, they're a playoff team. They've got some good guys over there. Mobley's nice, Garland's nice. They've got Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, guys like that. So special shout out to those guys. They had a really nice playoff run. I think they were kind of decimated by injury, but it's cool to have them have an alternate jersey in the game, and really cool to see. That's one of the first, and hopefully first of many fictional jerseys coming out from the 2K modding community. So special shout out to Caillou 2K for both of these mods. And last and definitely not least, y'all, I know y'all love the cyber faces. We had to get a couple cyber faces in here. The first I wanted to show you all is a Kevin Durant cyber face by a modder named Yklnn. And yeah, this one, I mean, what else can I say? Y'all see it on the screen. It looks really good. KD's, so it's a really good looking face. Again, a lot of these cyberface modders, they're a little bit limited right now as far as what they can do and what's possible. So I know that there's modding tools being updated and people are working in Blender. It might be a little bit before they know how to model faces and hair and 3D models and all that stuff, but these guys are still doing work with what they have available to them, and this is a great looking cyber face for Kevin Durant to get him looking right. And it's got a couple hairstyles too, the long hair, the short hair, so it's really nice to see that. And we've also got a mod of Kevin Durant's former teammate Kyrie Irving, and this cyber face is made by a modder named Kyrie Young 2K. So Kyrie Young has a Kyrie Irving cyber face, and it looks great. Just adds a lot more detail to Kyrie Irving's cyber face. And listen, I think 2K cyber faces look really good, but I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes they just look a little fake. And so he does a really good job here of just making Kyrie look like a real person. Adds so much more detail to the face. This one looks phenomenal. But other than that, y'all, that is going to do it for this week's Modding Monday. I'm so excited to see this NBA 2K25 modding community get its feet off the ground, y'all. So out of what we've seen so far, let me know what your favorite mod was. Let me know, are there any mods from past 2K games that you're hoping ultimately do end up coming to NBA 2K25? What other types of mods are you hoping to see? Other than that, y'all, it's your boy Shady Mike. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out. I'm signing out. Peace. Threes.